Welcome to Part 5 of the Darling Downs and Southwest RDA's Framework for Growing a Livable Region. In Part 5, we will outline the key action areas to build a livable region. Examining the region's value, trends and places has highlighted 7 strategic actions to secure a sustainable region. Livable regions of the future require us to undertake initiatives that deliver more people to live locally, and particularly within the sub-regional communities, more families to stay, more jobs that pay more business diversification, more training for new jobs, more people in the workforce. The Darling Downs and Southwest RDA area highlights its own unique challenges and opportunities. To initiate and guide change that will strengthen the region, we need to be sure that local action supports the vision of a more livable region. If we are to protect and enhance the identity and lifestyle values we cherish within our regions, we need to ensure the best choices are made at the community level to identify regionally significant projects. The Darling Downs and Southwest RDA plays an important catalyst role in the transformation of place-based initiatives into strategic and regionally significant actions. A critical principle in the development and selection of actions that will strengthen the region's future is knowing the difference between mitigation or investment. Livable regions of the future will be those that have identified opportunities for long-term investment rather than the mitigation of short-term impacts. In fact, at the regional scale, the delivery of hard and soft infrastructure is one of the key seeds of change. Livable regions of the future will be those that deliver smart infrastructure. Smart infrastructure is a critical catalyst for change. It is not the specific outcome, but rather a catalyst for the desired action. As way of example, could be said that it's not the bread, but rather the oven to bake the bread. There are 3 key types of infrastructure. At the baseline level, there's service infrastructure. This is the critical hard and soft infrastructure to ensure the basic community services as expected in all communities. Then there is growth infrastructure, which primary action is to unblock the bottlenecks of existing growth. And the 3rd type is catalyst infrastructure. This is a special intervention to help turn things around in places where nothing is happening. Smart infrastructure is the combination of all 3 levels of infrastructure. The Darling Downs and Southwest RDA area faces the typical challenges of Queensland's regionally dispersed character, where the secret to investing in livable regions will be how we can secure the future of sub-regional communities adjacent to our growing regional cities. For the Darling Downs and Southwest RDA, it will mean the consolidation of the existing key settlements within the 200-kilometre radius of Toowoomba City. The greatest opportunity for future growth of well-paid local jobs to balance the ageing and loss of families in sub-regional communities will be the transformation of these communities to service the employment opportunities of a market segment that could be labelled as lifestyle enterprise, where highly skilled people are able to enjoy the particular experience of a regional lifestyle and participate in well-paid jobs of the new economy, using the mobility provided by the internet to become part of a well-qualified regional workforce networked into the adjacent and distant urban economies. For regions to prosper from the new employment opportunity of lifestyle enterprise, they need to invest in smart infrastructure that secures the essential 5 H's of highways, hospitals, high schools, housing, and hubs. Under the first H of highways, this refers to all modes of transport of road, air, rail, and digital. It acknowledges the essential nature of connection and transport required in regional living. Under the H of hospitals, it refers to all health services, not just for the increasing aged community, but also to ensure that families have confidence in the services for their children. Under the H of high schools, acknowledges all levels of education, including daycare, but also highlights the key indicator of towns being able to provide quality high school education, which secures the high-spending demographic segment of families. Under the H of housing, it acknowledges to balance the demographic of regional and sub-regional communities where there is little vacant housing stock, that new housing will need to be constructed, and this housing needs to support the family lifestyle expectations of people who are drawn to live in regional communities. The H of hubs acknowledges that the traditional regional towns will require transformation. Clearly, townships that evolve to service the employment requirements of the agricultural and industrial age jobs do not have the infrastructure to support all the needs of the highly skilled and well-paid knowledge workers of the new economy. The 5 H's provide a mix of existing and new infrastructure. The notions of highways, hospitals and high schools are levels of infrastructure that already exist within our regions. The key priority is to develop, maintain and expand these levels of service infrastructure to ensure they support all the needs of the emerging lifestyle enterprise. With regard to housing and hubs, these are facilities that will need to be expanded through the implementation of new infrastructure. These 2 initiatives deal with the population and employment expansion of existing regional and sub-regional communities. For the Darling Downs and Southwest RDA to achieve its vision for a region to be a better place to live, work and play, we must work together to develop the smartest approach to infrastructure investments if we are to strengthen our community and provide future generations with the opportunity to be part of a regional lifestyle. The sustainability framework suggests there are 8 key directions for action. We should seek to grow a vital edge town network, target families with kids to high school, provide lifestyle enterprise infrastructure, attract new business to fill the gap for future jobs, secure well-paid local jobs and great family facilities, ensure development is an investment, not mitigation, use smart infrastructure for transformational growth, encourage local ownership of regionally significant projects. The Darling Down and Southwest RDA Sustainability Framework has provided insights and direction for the delivery of a more livable and sustainable region. But the delivery of successful change can only be achieved through local involvement and ownership of decision-making. The key purpose of this project has been to provide a sharp focus on the key challenges for the Darling Downs and Southwest RDA as a way of encouraging strong local debate and conversation as the region moves towards implementing significant infrastructure and service programs. The Darling Downs and Southwest RDA looks forward to your future involvement in this significant opportunity to protect our regional lifestyle and provide jobs for our children.